Howdy, hey folks, Coltrane here, and on June the 28th, 343 dropped their most recent blog post update about MCC and the development progress of that game, both to Xbox One as development and support is ongoing, as well as how they are making progress in bringing it to PC, of course the first game being Halo Reach. So Postum, Sketch, and the rest of the studio put together June's blog and they dropped it here for us just this past Friday. There are 7 things that I think you should be aware from this blog, so let's jump into this blog and talk about it. If you enjoyed this video, a like and a subscription help me a ton and I'd be ever grateful. But with that, let's jump into the blog.
Alrighty, as we jump into the blog here, point number 1 to mention and talk about is that they show and have a clip of the same overall content, as they state right here, of playthrough product that was at E3. It's an updated build, but it is in the 4K 60 FPS beautiful goodness, and so if you can just come right here to the blog, you can play and watch it, and it looks pretty flippin' sweet. I mean, it's incredible how these games who were on 360, 1080p or less, when they get upgraded, it's like, holy smokes, like, yeah, it doesn't look quite like a current generation game, but it looks really good. So this is cool. If you hadn't a chance to see any of that yet, if you didn't get to go to E3, then hop over here, watch some of that. Very awesome. Now, point number 2 is kind of a big one. I had no idea this was in the works. Maybe there have been some rumblings about it. It looks like some people have been asking about it online, but legacy maps and game types are going to have a file share migration. So essentially, things that you created in Halos 3, Halo Reach, Halo 4 on Xbox 360 in Forge are going to be able to come over via a one-time map and game type migration over. They talk about when it's going to happen. They haven't set a date yet, but they are emphasizing that it is going to be a one-time migration. Essentially what they plan to do, as you read through this part of the blog, is there's going to be a day where you will upload all of your maps, or they will upload all the maps, and then there will be a day when they upload all of the game types. Now, they did state that screenshots, films, and film clips aren't going to be able to make it over. I'm assuming this is like a just technical nightmare for devs, and so the fact that they're even doing this is mind-blowingly awesome, because it means the community doesn't have to recreate anything. Not that the community wouldn't, but this is just huge fan service. So big thanks to 343 for being willing to put up through what I'm imagining is a real headache to get done, but that's so awesome. What they really try to emphasize, though, is that, as they write right here, please begin loading up your file shares on each game of Halo 3, Reach, and 4 before we get even close to this file share migration, so that way everything's ready to go. So when they come in and grab it and place it to the MCC, it'll be available, and apparently this is all going to be tied to your gamer tag. So make sure now that you have your accounts properly linked. If you don't have that done, or maybe you haven't checked up on some of that stuff in a while, then definitely go do that. But point number 2, this might be the biggest one of the whole blog. That's giant news. Thank you 343 for willing to doing something like this. It's just incredible. Point number 3, and this kind of goes hand in hand with point 2, and that is the fact that for PC, on day 1 launch of Reach MCC, there will not be Theater and Forge mode day 1 of launch, but it will be coming later. Postum sits down and talks with Michael Farney. I say it like I know him. Postum sits down with Michael Farney and interviews him a little bit about why is it that this won't be able to happen day 1 of launch on PC. And in short, what they essentially say through this section of the blog is this is another kind of cumbersome process, and we want to make sure that it feels like a PC game on PC, and that these options of Forge and Theater mode feel as intuitive as they should on a PC game. And so that's just going to take some, what it sounds like, just some extra work to get that to just feeling really great on PC before they bring it. It will be present on Xbox, though, once Reach comes to MCC, Forge and Theater modes, so that will be there. This is point number 3, so kind of a bummer, but it is coming, and they really took the time to share with why it's not coming at launch, but they wanted to double down on the fact that it is. So don't be too bothered. It will come, PC friends. It will come. Point number 4, the Halo Reach MCC build will be at each Halo Outpost Discovery location this summer. If you have a chance to go to one of these, the locations are Orlando, Philadelphia, Houston, Chicago, and Anaheim. If you have a chance to go to one, definitely go in and check it out, all of the sweet Halo goodness, and go play some Halo Reach on PC. If you have a chance to go to the Philadelphia one, come find me and say hello. I will be there on Saturday. I will be a part of a community lore panel for about an hour, so would love for you to come attend that, and then I'd love to chat with you before or after the fact and just enjoy some of the Halo goodness with you. So let me know in the comments below if you're going to Philly or to any Halo Outpost Discovery, and let's talk about how we can meet and just how we're excited for this event. Point number 5, and probably the meatiest part of the blog, and probably what I'm most excited for personally, is the progression system update. So they announced, I think it was in the May update, that they were going to be bringing a progression system to MCC, and this is enormous for player investment and longevity in a game, and I love that they're bringing this to MCC. I am a shill for in-game player progression systems big time. It's huge for player investment, and I love that it's going to include both PvP and PvE. And so here, Postum sits down with Max Slaysgore. Sorry for butchering your name there, Max. And talks about kind of where they're at and what they're kind of marching to. In short, that we're going to have seasons, which is going to be really cool, and that each season is going to have some content for you to grab, and it sounds like that you'll be able to grab all the season's worth of content, you know, in a couple hours of play a week. They say in here somewhere between 75 and 100 hours of play will allow a player to get all of the seasonal content. The best part is seasonal content won't be locked. So maybe you haven't played MCC in a little while, or you take a season off. When you come back, all of the season stuff that you missed will still be available to you. It looks like we're going to get some kind of in-game currency that we'll earn, that will allow us to spend on what we choose for unlock. So as you can see here, it's showing just a type of armor that's going to be present in Halo Reach. It's a recon variant, and then down here they show some placeholder stuff about different emblems of rank ups that players can achieve. These aren't final, this is all work in progress, but still pretty neat. I think this is massive. I think this is very much a testing grounds for what's going to probably be in Halo Infinite. Adding something like this with tangible rewards and just scoping each game and adding progression to it, I think is absolutely 343 saying, okay, let's guinea pig our ideas here. Let's see what works, what doesn't, so that way we can really streamline what's coming in Halo Infinite. This, maybe I'm reaching a little bit, but I think player investment is huge. And when you have meaningful progression systems in a game that encourage long-term play, just massive stuff. I'm so excited for this. I cannot wait to jump into MCC once Reach comes and start on this progression stuff. Point number 6. It's probably easier to read. Halo Reach, the first flight happened June the 28th through July the 1st. Very, very small. Only, I think, 1,000 or so people were selected. I think I saw that somewhere on Twitter, but don't quote me on that. But it was the first flight, and it was really just them, as Postum's outlines here, them being 343, trying to just see that their frameworks and systems that they have in for flighting are working as intended before they start opening it up to more people. So I know it's a bummer if you weren't selected. I was bummed out that I wasn't selected, but hey, that's okay. It's going to come. We're going to be able to get in and engage with this on both PC and console. That's going to be great. As 343 has continually said, be patient with them. It's a huge gift and blessing and privilege, at least I think, that they are going to allow flighting to occur to the degree that they talked about. Like, it's going to sound like it's going to be something that a lot of people are going to be able to participate in, and to have kind of an ongoing beta like this and really invite the community to come help them build the game. Talk about ownership that you as a player get to have. Awesome stuff. I'm so glad that they're doing this. So it's coming. We just got to continue to be patient, as hard as that is. And you can see some screenshots and stuff. I mean, even look at the Christmas here. Crispness. Words are hard when it comes to just some of the 4K textures. I can't speak. So anyway, check out some of these screenshots. They're pretty cool. Point number 7, to close out the blog, they talk about pricing for MCC on PC. And so right here we can see that each of the individual titles will be $9.99 each in the Microsoft Store. as well as ODST will be $4.99. So if you opt not to buy the entire game on PC, you can buy the titles that you're interested in, and that's just another level of fan service. They're not pigeonholing anybody into buying the whole product. If you just want Halos 2 and 4, for example, or Halos CE and 3, or just Reach, or whatever you want, you can just buy that and enjoy that. And if you want to buy the others, great. If not, no problem. The point is, you're not being pigeonholed into buying the whole thing. They're really being a la carte, and that's great. Well, with that, those are the 7 pieces of information you need to know about the June developer blog update for MCC from 343. Let me know in the comments below, what were you most excited about this blog? What piece of information and what point were you most jazzed about? What are you most looking forward to playing once Reach comes to PC and MCC? I know I'm really looking forward to Firefight. I really enjoyed that in Reach, and so I can't wait to jump into some of that. And of course, I am hyped about those progression systems. I would also love to invite you to come interact with me on some social medias. You can find me on Twitter, always tweeting about a lot of things gaming related, as well as just general life, so would love to interact with you there. Would also love to invite you to come hang out with me on stream. I stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, starting by 9 p.m. Eastern. Would love to talk with you about MCC, about Halo, or any other games you might be playing, and just engage with you there a little bit. Again, if you liked this video, well, a like and a subscription would help me immensely, but regardless of what you choose to do, I hope you choose joy in your life today. And I hope you take that joy and you go give it to the next person you interact with. Thanks so much. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.